Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much again for liking and commenting and subscribing and sharing. It means so much. You guys are just the best and super supportive. When I started this YouTube channel, it was all about racial reconciliation, understanding race, things like that. But a part of me also wanted to kind of bring you into the life of me, kind of show you what I do, my lifestyle, meet my family one day, and things like that. So the other day on my Instagram, I posted a picture of me in October and me today. Well, it was a couple weeks ago, but it was like, today, you know what I mean? And it was a side-by-side picture of me, and it was kind of a before and after of me. I have lost 60 pounds since October of 2019. 9 months, I've lost 60 pounds. It's hard times. The reason I wanted to make this video is because I actually lost my weight counting macros. There was no get fit quick, get this quick. It wasn't any of that. And it caused me to have a healthier relationship with food, which I'm really glad that happened. For me, and this is for anybody watching, I don't believe that you have to look a certain way or be a certain way. I do feel like you should be comfortable in whatever skin you're in. For me, I was not comfortable in the skin I was in. I was not comfortable. I'm being very vulnerable right now, but I was not comfortable with how I looked. I was not comfortable, and it wasn't anything but me. My husband, would tell me all the time that I was the most beautiful woman in the world. He never even gave an inkling that he was not, even attracted to me or anything like that. It was 100% my decision and what I wanted to do. When I was in my early 20s, I had actually lost 70 pounds. So I played basketball. I was athletic. I graduated high school. I was coaching. When I stopped playing basketball, I gained a bunch of weight. And then I lost it all. I was coaching and everything like that. But when I looked back at it, I probably wasn't doing it the most healthy way. I was lifting weights, like people say, oh, you gotta lift, that's the key. But I was lifting weights and I was doing cardio like 2 hours a day, an hour a day. And I was bartending. And so I was always on my feet. I was always moving constantly. And while, yes, I was like 140 pounds at my lowest, I wasn't doing it healthy. And I can tell you that because who has the time to work out twice a day, 3 hours a day? Like, no one has that time. I don't have that time now, which brings me to my next point. After I had my daughter, 3.5 years later, I had my son. But after I had my daughter, about a year after she was born, my husband and I decided that we felt the call to plant a church. And so we were on this journey to church planting. A lot of my new subscribers, I don't know if you know, but my husband's a pastor. We pastor a church together in Florida. We felt called to plant a church. And let me tell y'all, I have never been more stressed in my life than in church planting. Woo, man, it was a doozy, okay? Loved every minute, but man, it was stressful. With that stress, I know I turned to food. That is my stress relief. I had my son in July of 2019. I'm gonna be flat out honest with you, and there's nothing wrong. I had gained all the weight that I had lost, and then some back. It was probably the heaviest that I had ever been. And like I said, that was for me. Coming from someone who was an athlete, who was a runner, who played basketball, I was not comfortable with me the way I looked because I knew where I could be. So when I was in my early 20s, I was really restricting myself. I thought I had to eat 1,200 calories a day and all this stuff. And then within the last 9 months, really, I started to look into macros because I knew that now with 2 kids and being married and having a church, and even, doing YouTube, having photography, running small groups, things like that, I knew it was not realistic to work out 3 hours a day. Like, I got little people depending on me, and I didn't have that time. I don't have that time. I just knew that wasn't realistic. So I knew there was something I needed to do. And so that's where I found macros. It's pretty much what a macronutrient is. It's fats, carbs, and protein. So that's what I count. I count macronutrients, okay? I will link, there's this phenomenal, he does swear, so keep that up. But his name is Jordan Syatt. and I found his YouTube channel and I was starting to watch it. But I'm gonna link his macro calculator in the description box. I hope I can do that. I've never done that on YouTube before, but I'm gonna link it because I was watching his videos and I saw, wow, like maybe I'm thinking I'm eating 1,200 calories, but I don't have thyroid issues, which, a lot of times when people have a hard time losing weight, if it's not directed to any type of hormonal imbalance, a lot of times we're actually just eating more than what we think. And I was just like, there's no way I'm eating more than what I think. But honestly, y'all, let me tell you what. Your girl likes peanut butter, okay? I'm just gonna say it, all right? Peanut butter is my jam. You see what I did there? It's not jam, but it's my jam. But peanut butter, like, give me death or give me peanut butter. Like, that's how I am. Like, I love peanut butter. Peanut butter was single-handedly allowed me to put back on all that weight. It just did. As much as I love peanut butter, let me tell y'all, you know what? I'm gonna give you an example here. So this is what counting a macronutrient is versus counting calorie. Counting macros is just weighing your food. You have a digital food scale and you weigh your food in grams, okay? And I'm gonna insert a picture of a nutrition label of peanut butter, okay? So if you pull 2 tablespoons of peanut butter out of the jar and I pull 2 tablespoons of peanut butter out of the jar, we're each gonna have 2 different looks or types of what in our mind is tablespoons of peanut butter, right? So 2 tablespoons of peanut butter is subjective. You could pick 2 tablespoons, I could pick 2 tablespoons, and they will be 2 different looking tablespoons. So on the back of most peanut butter jars, it says that a serving size is either 2 tablespoons or 32, 34, 36 grams. Counting the macros is weighing it in the grams. For example, in this picture that I'm putting in, it would be 34 grams is what they would count as 2 tablespoons. So you wouldn't count it as the 2 tablespoons, you would weigh the grams, okay? And then the grams would bring you the calories. So 34 grams are the 180 calories, the 12 grams of fat, the 14 grams of carbohydrate, and then the 7 grams of protein. You would actually just weigh the 2 tablespoons. So that's what I did. So I weighed my food. And honestly, like I said, little did I know is I was actually eating more than what I thought. And honestly, I was eating peanut butter like crazy. And let me say this, I didn't restrict anything. Okay, guys? I did not restrict anything. I don't have cheat days because when I want something, I eat it. Like I said, food was a stress reliever for me. A lot of people do other things. I don't drink, I don't smoke, so I turn to food. And honestly, I still love food. I've just found a way to control that in a sense where I'm not hungry and I don't not eat what I want to eat. I still eat what I want to eat. I just don't eat it as much of it. And then I start to learn my body. I don't eat until I'm literally exploding. I understand after counting macros, okay, this is what full feels like. I try to eat more nutrient dense food. So I've gotten out of the mindset that there is good food and bad food. Because I think obviously in life, we've categorized food as good and bad, right? And I want you to get that out of your mind. Get good and bad food out of your mind, okay? Let's think of it this way. More nutrient dense foods, obviously foods that'll give you more bang for your buck, like protein will keep you fuller longer. Eating vegetable, 400 grams of vegetables, and that's a lot of vegetables. 400 grams is a lot of vegetables, okay? I try to hit at least 800 grams of vegetables or fruit, mostly just vegetables, but fruit a day. Continue to think of food as, okay, I could still eat these things, the pizza, donuts, but if I'm talking about my calorie bank, I'm not going to get as far in with my bank in a sense, right? You guys calculate your calories, and if you have questions, put them in the description box. I'm actually thinking about maybe doing a race topic every Tuesday, and then Fun Fridays where we do lifestyle stuff. But you guys let me know what you think about that. I don't want to confuse you too much. But me, I eat over 2,000 calories a day. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's really not. It's really not. And if you think about it, our body burns calories just living. Like when we're sleeping, we're breathing, we're burning calories. Like our heart is moving, our lungs are going, and our body is burning energy. Because that's what a calorie is. It's just a unit of measurement. That is all it is. Our bodies are burning this energy. So when I say your calorie bank, I mean if I have 2,000 calories to spend that day, right? How am I going to spend it? Okay? So I could probably eat literally a pound of watermelon and it would cost me about 100 calories. Or I could eat a slice of pizza and that slice of pizza is going to cost me 300 calories. But let's be real here. The pound of watermelon is obviously going to fill me up more. I'm not going to be as full with one slice of pizza. It doesn't mean I can't have that slice of pizza. It just means it's going to take up a little bit more of my calorie bank than if I were to do watermelon. That's pretty much it. And to be honest with you guys, I've lost 60 pounds since October, and I eat about 2 or 3 donuts a week. I do. I'm not going to lie to you because I can't stop eating sweets. I can't stop doing it. And you know what? I'm in the best shape of my life. And I'm not just talking about, even the time where I was in really good shape, after I lost all that weight the first time and then having to go back and lose it again. I can go out and knock out 5, 6, 7 miles right now running. When I first started in October, I started off at about 214. And I didn't know, but it was like the weight on my joints, you guys, it just hurt. I was just in pain, to be honest with you. Like my hip, I would stand, now I'm 31, okay? And I played sports, so my hips and knees gonna hurt regardless, okay? But my hip, I had so much hip pain. I had so much knee pain. And honestly, I just didn't want that pain anymore. Like I said, I just wasn't comfortable, okay? I was in a lot of pain. Forget the clothes, forget that stuff. Because honestly, this whole journey that I've gone through in these last 9 months, it's completely changed my mindset to so much. And honestly, for the better, how I talk around my daughter when it comes to weight. I don't, gosh, my husband and I are very careful to talk about, being fat or obsessing over a weight, in a sense of just eating to understand your body and to have that control. Now, I still count macros. It's not as much. I probably still count macros maybe 50 to 60% of the time just to get an idea of what food looks like. Also, you get an idea of what food looks like. How do I know if I'm eating, more peanut butter than I should be eating, or not even should be eating, but then my body should be having, if I don't know what it looks like, right? If I don't know what, how much broccoli or strawberries or something like that, when I weigh it, it gives me an idea of what food looks like. I know that the average slice of pizza is probably going to cost my calorie bank about 300 calories. I know that. Maybe a little more. Sometimes I'll count for a little more. It just depends. Sometimes I won't even count it at all, And one meal is not going to break you. Weight fluctuates. Like when I'm working out, lifting weights heavy on leg day, I'm going to go up in weight. I'm just going to go up. It's going to happen. My body, it's retaining water. When I'm on my cycle, sorry guys, I'm sorry. But when I'm on my cycle, my body, I automatically I'm gaining 10 pounds. If I do use my scale, if I do weigh myself, like this is probably a weight fluctuation. I did not eat that pizza. Those 2 slices of pizza did not cause me to gain 10 pounds. I don't work off food. I've never, in these last 9 months, I used to, 10 years ago, work off food. If I eat pizza or if I have a night out with my husband, I'm like, gosh, I gotta work this off in the morning. No, I don't. I'm not working it off, okay? It's food, all right? I'm gonna enjoy it. We should enjoy it. It's nothing wrong with that. Enjoy food. I'm not gonna eat a pizza or a slice of pizza and think to myself, okay, this is going to cost me an hour on the elliptical. I can't think that way. And I used to think that way, honestly. But I thought to myself, I can't think that way anymore. Because, how is that a way to live? I want to enjoy food. And I get it, guys. Look, hey, Let me say this too. I also see a therapist, okay? I have therapy. I see her, now it's once every few months. And sometimes when I need her, I call her and we talk. But I see a therapist. Understanding food. And I really wanted to nail that in. That I am not, when I ask people, do you want me to do a video on macros or how I lost the weight? It wasn't because I'm going to give you a quick fix thing. Because that's not what I want to do. Because there was so long that I thought I have to do keto. That's the only way I'm going to lose weight. Salads all the time. I have to do super duper clean. I got to eat salads all the time. I can't enjoy, oh, I'll just smell your donut. Like, no, I don't want to live like that. I knew that there was no way I was going to be able to sustain a weight, whatever you want to call it, being comfortable with me. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it long term if I wasn't realistic. I dove into this thing head first because I was determined that if this is something I'm going to do, if I'm going to get control over my food habits and how I stress eat, things like that, I've got to do this the right way. I can't think of food as good or bad. I can't punish myself for eating a donut. I had a donut today. Now, hold on. See, I need y'all to believe me. Because when I tell y'all I eat donuts, I ate both halves of these donuts right here. You see these things? Okay? If you're ever in Jacksonville, Florida, hit up Urban Bean. If you are, hit it up, okay? Because I eat, and I'm not punishing myself for doing it. And honestly, it's paid off. And I believe that anybody can do this. It's not you want to be 120 or 100 and whatever pounds. No, I had to do it for me. You have to do it for you. You have to do whatever's best for you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for constantly logging and subscribing and doing all that fun stuff. And I hope you enjoyed this video. You can share it, like it, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And you guys are the best. I love you. Thank you so much again. Have a good day. Bye.